Brian Kelly, get out of Baton Rouge. You've been fired. Welcome in to the college football show. We're just going to do a little Brian Kelly fired from LSU reaction. Before I go all in, Jeffrey, what are your thoughts?
Definitely excited to be doing this emergency live stream, live reaction with you, Will. And obviously, it hits close to home for you as a Notre Dame fan. Notre Dame fans are rejoicing. LSU fans are rejoicing. Even though, again, as I say with any other job, you better hope your next coach isn't worse.
Obviously, I can't get much worse for them.
I think LSU can find a pretty good replacement, though. I think more so than Penn State. But, I mean, you know what? Again, this is the new age that we're in. The Curt Cignetti effect is getting everyone fired. Everyone's getting kicked out. And Brian Kelly's the next casualty of that. You've got massive buyouts galore. Godfather of the SEC points out $54 million. That doesn't even seem massive anymore. You know, in Jimbo, it was crazy. Now it's Franklin and Napier and Brian Kelly, it's the norm. You know, if you're not getting it done, these teams are going to get rid of you, and they're just throwing money away. At this point, just throwing money away. It's absolutely crazy. But, yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised he got fired. But, man, that's just a massive buyout. It's really sad these teams are just throwing money away after giving these guys these massive contracts. Kind of a bad move, if you ask me.
Mm-hmm. So, obviously, this hits home for me. I mean, Brian Kelly was – I mean, most of the time I've been a Notre Dame fan, Brian Kelly was the head coach. I mean, he was the head coach from 2010 to 2021. So, that's a long time. I mean, honestly, it started off horribly. The cameraman died. Like, during fall camp, a cameraman that was up there, he fell and died. So, they could have fired him then and there. But the first season, I mean, it didn't start off well. They lost I mean, they had some brutal losses in there, and then they lost to Tulsa, and we're like, oh gosh, this isn't any better than Charlie Weis, the end of Charlie Weis. But then, of course, beating USC after the receiver that got open fell down, would have caught the game-winning pass, and then the interception the next time. So that was great, beating USC for the first time since 2001. And then blowing out a Miami team that looks like they didn't even want to be there in the bowl game. And then the next season, teams ranked pretty high. Everyone's excited. Lose to South Florida week 1. There it is. There's the gift. And then that season was a disappointment. And then, of course, the 2012 season, they win like 8 one-score games. And then we got killed by Alabama. So I'm like, so that broke my heart because I thought we could win. But, I mean, obviously, Alabama was the significantly better team. And then 2013 is back to mediocrity. 8-5 in 2013. That sucked. 2014 started off great, and then got BS by lost to a BS call against Florida State and Jameis Winston. They were frauds that whole year, and they got shown to be frauds against Oregon. And then the team fell apart. And then 2015, they win the bowl game against LSU in 2014. Hopes are high for 2015. They have 10-3 isn't bad, but you didn't beat anyone good. You lost brutal game to Clemson, brutal game to Stanford. And they're like, well, if we can't win this with this team, are we ever going to win with Kelly? Probably not. And then 2016, they go 4-8 because all the best talent for that team left. And they're like, what are we even doing here? What are we like? But then Jack Swarbrick gives him a lifeline, brings in Mike Elko, Clark Lee, and a bunch of other strong staff. And they go 10-3 that next year, which is decent. And then a lot of that comes back in 2018. They make the playoff but get killed again. And then 2019, they lose to all the good teams that they played. And then 2020, only play ACC schools. I mean, beat Clemson, which is great, but then everyone was hurt. And I get killed in the playoff, ACC championship in the playoff. And then 2021, you lose to the only one good team you play, and then he leaves. So obviously there's a ceiling at Notre Dame that Kelly could never surpass. And he's also not likable. Like, No one really likes Brian Kelly, except when you're winning with them. And then the way he left Notre Dame, saying that he had to shop down a different aisle, he couldn't recruit well in Notre Dame, which is just straight up BS. And then at LSU, he's basically done what he did at Notre Dame, but he gets a tougher schedule. He's the same guy. Can't beat teams with can barely win against teams with equal talent and can't beat teams with more talent. And LSU fans who were super excited when he came in, they're like, "Oh man, we got Brian Kelly," and I'm like, "What do you mean?" And some LSU fans have apologized, like T-Bob Hebert. Shout out to T-Bob. Oh man, that championship game was classic BK.
Second quarter, he's already defeated.
Yeah, shout out to T-Bob Hebert and all the cool LSU fans that are apologizing, say that we're wrong. But one fun thing that I figured out when watching T-Bob stream is that the A&M strength and conditioning coach, do you know the guy's name?
Texas A&M strength and conditioning coach?
Yeah, what's the guy's name?
Some kind of off the top of my head. Tommy Moffitt or Moffitt?
Yeah, Moffitt. Yeah. So Moffitt, I believe he was at Michigan State with Saban, and then Saban brought him with him to LSU, and he stayed at LSU through the Coach O. So once Coach O got let go, he got a call from Saban. He's like, "Hey, want to reunite at Alabama?" But then the AD at LSU is like, "No. Trust me, you can stay. We're gonna make you stay with the next coach. We'll keep you." And then on a rainy day, he's asked to come in and told him that Brian Kelly won't retain him. So he's mad. He's so mad and peed off. And then he was having trouble getting another job because I guess no one really knew about him that much. And then Elko hires him at A&M, and then they had like a punching bag with Kelly's name on it that Moffitt put, and all the players punched the Brian Kelly punching bag when they go into practice every day. So that meant a lot to him. So that's funny. Funny story. I mean, sad for him, sad but not happy for Moffitt.
Absolutely. I mean, the thing is like all of what you're saying, about Brian Kelly does not paint him in a positive way. I mean, there's not a lot of positive things to say about Brian Kelly outside of, his record overall is not bad. It's kind of the same thing as James Franklin, but I feel like Brian Kelly is more so than James Franklin, where it's like the records are good. They won a lot of games, but when it really mattered, when it came down to the big one, I feel like Brian Kelly's worse. I don't know. Maybe that's just. I still think Brian's worse.
He's like not. I mean, Franklin. He says some things that are like, okay, you probably shouldn't say that. Yeah. But Franklin's just not he's like Kelly's just. There's nothing really likable about Brian Kelly, and I feel like Franklin. There's at least a little bit there.
I mean, the thing is that what he did at LSU, he got that Bama win on the 2-point conversion. Like, he had a couple moments. But, I mean, like, you remember that one year where LSU had a legitimate chance to make the playoffs, and then they lost to Texas A&M in the final game of the regular season, just completely bad. And then they lost in the SEC. That was the slumped over when they were 9-3 in the SEC championship game. That was that season. It's like, their season just fell apart, right? Like, they started 9-2, and then they lose their last 2 games, and they go 9-4. I don't know. I mean, it's just he wasn't getting LSU anywhere. I mean, we heard about the improved defense. The quarterback play with Jaden Daniels was incredible, but the defense was bad. Now you've got Garrett Nussmeier. Like, he's all right. He's not great, but the defense never really improved to the point to be able to withstand their offense being worse. I mean, their offense with Jane Daniels was incredible, but with Garrett Nussmeier, their offense, while still good, was not as good. But their defense is still terrible. I mean, Texas A&M just completely Mack trucked them. Completely. I mean, there's nothing else you can even say about that performance. They destroyed them in the second half.
Also, with James Franklin, like, the losses were at least closer, seemed to be more competitive than the Brian Kelly collapses.
Yeah.
Mm.
I mean, now, like,
and I felt like their team, Franklin's teams, they like had more mental toughness, more mental grit.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that at all. I mean, but the thing is, now that we have this firing of Brian Kelly, and we now have a power vacuum because you've got LSU open, we've got Penn State open, we've got Florida open, and a bunch of other jobs that are still decent quality that are open, like Arkansas and Virginia Tech and Oklahoma State. You've got the possibility of Hugh Freeze going.
Mm-hmm.
Dave Miranda, as Scotty B is pointing out. You've got Fickle. You've got Norvell. This list could just get bigger and bigger. These jobs need to be filled. But, I mean, the thing is that not every single one of these programs is going to hire a coach that is better than the one they just got rid of. There will be mistakes made. There will be poor coaches hired at these schools. The key is which one of these schools are going to actually hire coaches. We have no idea. I think LSU, though, has a better chance to hire a great coach to succeed Brian Kelly.
I think they're getting Kiffin. I think that's who they have to hire.
You think LSU is going to get Kiffin?
Mm-hmm.
Still wouldn't leave. Obviously, I think if I'm Lane Kiffin, I would personally. LSU makes more sense. I would not go to Florida. Florida is a no. That's an 0 out of 10 move.
Mm-hmm.
LSU, that is, oh gosh, hummus. LSU, that is I would say around a 5 or a 6 out of 10 move. I'm not saying that if Lane Kiffin made the move, I don't think it would be terrible. I wouldn't.
Mm-hmm.
It's not horrible. I just think he would be better suited to stay at Ole Miss because it's a less pressure cooker job. He's already been at USC and the tarmac. I just, to me, the PTSD of that in Lane's mind, I just think that it would be better for him to stay at Ole Miss. Now, obviously, some people, he's grown up, he's better now, he can handle it. I don't know. Maybe, but I don't know, man. He's got a good thing at Ole Miss. And I think that Ole Miss might try it. They haven't done it yet, which worries me because Indiana just jumped on Cignetti. They were like, nope, not happening. We're not playing around. You're not going to Penn State. We're keeping you. Ole Miss hasn't done that, but I've heard that Ole Miss wants to give Lane a big, big contract. And if they do, I think he needs to stay. But again, I can understand the.
I mean, Kiffin, the biggest argument for Kiffin leaving Ole Miss is that he wouldn't have to rely on the portal as much at LSU.
Well, the thing is that Cignetti's going to have to rely on the portal as well at Indiana because you're not going to get 5 stars in high school. Even with the improvement, I still don't know if they're going to be able to do that. He's going to have to hit on the portal. Yeah, it is a little bit harder to do so. But isn't there something to be said, though, that at these big jobs where you have so much pressure that even with great talent, you still fail? There's a reason why some of these schools have consistently failed.
I want to say LSU is the only big school in the state of Louisiana. Florida, you got to battle for your kids, but LSU is the school in Louisiana.
I think LSU is better than Florida.
Yeah, I just feel like it's easier to get talent into LSU. And I mean, I feel like they got the funding this year for their team. I mean, they got
Louisiana's right.
They got everything that Kelly wanted this year.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't feel like the funding won't be huge.
Louisiana's right next to Texas.
And also funding,
Texas.
I think it's easier to get funding to LSU than it is to Ole Miss as well.
Literally, I said it before this comment came in from Defiant Productions 542. Appreciate you being here. You can recruit Texas. It's right freaking there. And I know that Texas has Texas, A&M, Tech, but there will be players from Texas that always are going to go to LSU. It's right there, especially if you're on the eastern side of the state. I mean, Scotty B's right too. Everyone uses.
Yeah, but you should major. This is what Marcus said. at Notre Dame, and I feel like he put it as good as he can put it. You should major in high school recruiting and minor in the portal. Like the portal should only be used to patch up areas that maybe you missed on in recruiting. Like high school needs to be top priority.
I agree with that. The difference is, I was going to say, to piggyback off what you just said there and before, is that Alabama uses the portal. But Alabama's high school recruiting is so good. And yes, they lose some guys every year to other schools. You're not going to keep your entire class. But to fill the gaps, to fill the slight holes, they bring in 4 to 5 to 6 transfers.
That's what same thing Notre Dame does. Yeah.
Whereas with Florida State, you had that great transfer class that was great with Keon Coleman and with Jared Verse and all those other dudes, and it was great, and Travis, all that stuff. And then the next year, they brought in 40 new players, and they all sucked. It can happen.
It's like the lottery. You're not going to win it every time. Like, you just can't rely on it to work out every time.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I mean, I think that, the not using the portal hurt Clemson. Clemson's got other problems right now, though.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the portal definitely got hurt. But I'm just saying that the thing is that argument about, at LSU you don't have to use the portal as much. You have to use the portal. I agree with you though that there's a limit to it. That you only need to bring in so many players. You don't need to be bringing in players just for the sake of you need players versus this guy's going to make us better. I don't know.
Sean, I work, man. Like I'm sorry. Like I like going on.
Somebody with Sean. Yeah. That's the thing. I love going on the show, but I gotta get sleep, man. that's the thing. I gotta get.
Bro, I got off at 2 last time, and I was like so tired.
Yeah, I mean, I literally was up till 4 a.m. last night doing a show, the recap show. So I started at like midnight and didn't get off till 4 a.m. So it's like I wasn't even planning on doing a live stream today, but this was too big to pass up. I mean, to talk about, because I mean, there's just college football, man. What the heck is going on right now? I mean, all these coaches getting fired. What do these teams think that they're going to accomplish? I mean, like I said, half of these schools that fired their coach are not going to hire someone better. And again, I cannot predict which schools are going to bust on their next coach.
It's what makes college football fun.
Florida, their next coach could take them back to a title. LSU, same thing. Penn State, same thing. But they also might not. And their next coach could be even worse.
Florida's got to be devastated, man, because they thought they were getting Kiffin, I bet. And now Kiffin's going to go to LSU.
Kiffin was not going to go to Florida. I don't know why they thought that he was going to go to Florida.
Well, maybe. I don't know. They thought that he would, but.
Well, see, they thought Penn State thought getting Cignetti. What they thought does not mean actuality. It's not real. You know, I mean, you're right. They did think that. Heck, Florida fans thought they were going to get Cignetti. Even they were like, you get Cignetti. Dude, really? I mean, what fans think doesn't mean squat. I mean, if you had told me 5 years ago that Indiana would be paying their coach $11 million a year, I would have told you were insane. But the thing is, times have changed. Indiana is a player now. And Indiana, the Bucks, to keep the guy. It's not the same anymore. Yeah, the history and the prestige matters. But at the same time, Indiana's not as tough of a job when it comes to keeping your job as it is at Penn State. You got to win at Penn State to not get fired. Now, the thing with these coaches, though, getting fired is not a bad thing because you get $50 million. So, I mean, really, you know what I'm saying? Like, imagine, Will, you're the next coach of Penn State. Just suck and get fired, and then you get $50 Literally. You don't have to. You could just literally not do a single thing. After you sign that contract, you could just suck for 2 years, get fired, and that $50 million is yours. So being a coach and getting fired, it might hurt your image. Like Jimbo Fisher's image is destroyed, but he don't give a crap. He's living it up right now. So I don't blame him. I mean, if I'm Kelly, why? That's the thing that's so funny about these people saying, "Oh, well, you know, these coaches are going to go somewhere else." Well, my thing is, with that, why? You don't have to coach again. Now, with Penn State and the James Franklin thing, how you said the clause thing they did or whatever, where he's got to coach again or something like that, that's a little different. But if your program does not put a clause or anything to that effect in it where it's like, oh, you need to coach again, why coach again? Why should Brian Kelly coach?
Why should Kelly coach again?
Well, I mean, people are saying he's going to go to Baylor. He's going to go to here. As Scotty B mentioned, Baylor, other jobs. Why? If I'm Brian Kelly, I would not work another day of my life, ever. There's no point. You've got the money. Just relax. People don't like you anyway. You're not going to ever win your legacy back. You know, at that point, just.
I mean, you're 64.
Just relax.
Yeah, you're 64. I mean, he had a bad 64th birthday because that was actually the day of his birthday was yesterday, so bad birthday. But
wow, well, yeah, that's crazy. Honestly, that's actually insane. Bad timing, but yeah, I mean, to me, there's no reason on planet Earth why Brian Kelly should coach again. Now, someone like Billy Napier, yeah, he's young, and yeah, it would make sense for him to coach again because look at Lane. Lane got fired at USC, and then obviously, you know, Bama fixes his career, and he goes to Florida Atlantic, and he goes to Ole Miss, and now Lane Kiffin's back in the limelight, and now all those people that thought Lane Kiffin was dog crap 12 to 15 years ago, Lane Kiffin's great, and Lane Kiffin's more money now. It would make sense for Billy Napier to continue to coach, but it does not make sense for Brian Kelly to coach again. It does not make sense for Jimbo Fisher to coach again. They don't have to. And John Gruden doesn't have to coach. These Urban Meyer, Nick Saban, no.
Urban and Nick aren't coming back. They just aren't.
They're not. And I'm honestly, even though it's funny, and I think it's hilarious that people talk about it every time, I think that it's insane and dumb that people keep bringing him up, and I'm a little tired of it. I mean, I'm not tired of it in a way where I don't want to hear it anymore, but I'm not like that. I'm fine with hearing it because it is funny. But I'm just saying that, like, people that legitimately think Urban Meyer and Nick Saban are going to – Nick Saban's going to go to West Virginia. Bro. No. He's not coming back to Bama either. He's not coming back at all. All right? I mean, it makes no sense. Why? I remember when John Beelon's going to come back to college basketball. No. They're not. I don't know what Thad Matta did, frankly. But – you know, again, I'm just saying to that effect, when you're old and you're rich, why? I understand this point from Stephen Cherry. I understand that. So maybe you just love doing it. But at that point, why don't you just go to a school like freaking Liberty?
He could go back to Grand Rapids.
Yeah, just go to a small school and just for the fun of it at that point. You no pressure at all because you're at a tiny school. You're not going to be making much anyway, which you don't need money because you're loaded. If you love coaching that much, then go to a tiny school where it don't matter. Like this, if Mike Gundy goes to UAB just because he loves to coach, because he doesn't need money, fine, cool. But why would Brian Kelly go to Michigan State or go to Baylor or go anywhere like that? It doesn't even make any sense. He doesn't have to. I love college football. You got Goff on seeing Dabo to LSU. Does anybody remember when Dabo to Alabama was a thing? Does anybody remember that? Yeah, that is not age.
Yeah, that's ship sailed.
That ship is he's not going to LSU. I mean, there's a better chance of us seeing Brian Kelly doing this again at a post game than Dabo going to LSU. And this is even funnier. Stoops, that's really not happening. Stoops had his chance to go to A&M when he did, and he didn't.
Well, he tried. The boosters leaked it, and then the fan base said, no. And then they hired.
Yeah, I know he's kid. Dave Brown. Appreciate you being on the way, Dave Brown. That's what Schellenberger did too. Yeah. The thing is, though, is that like I've seen people say, well, Cignetti should have went to Penn State because the ship is gonna run out, right?
That's what Feinbaum said.
At Indiana, like Cignetti's, it's eventually going to run out at IU. He's not going to be as good, and he should have went to Penn State. I understand that narrative because it happened with Stoops at Kentucky. I still think what Cignetti's doing is completely different, though. But again, there's a chance it does fizzle out after 3-4 years. It does, but then at that point, retire. But the thing is that when it comes to Stoops, though, it's like, dude, You had your shot. Clearly, Kentucky is supporting basketball heavy because of Cal, and now without Cal, they're still. It feels like because Indiana basketball is not good, that the fans have embraced football. Yeah, they're still a basketball school, but they've embraced the football, right? And plus, IU is a national title contender right now. Whereas Kentucky, they have not overcome the basketball, aura of their program, of their university. So it's like with their football team, it was kind of like just a shot in the cannon. Now they don't care. Yeah, Stoops, he's lost it, man. It's gone. His team is bad, and he's another coach that will get fired. So.
Coach O could make Coach O the interim for sure. That wouldn't be surprising at all.
Well, I mean, Coach O is an intern. That would just be up to him. I mean, they fired him. They gave him a big buyout too, but it's like, why would you do that? But I mean, yeah, as an intern, sure. I mean, Godfather says somebody has to go. Go there. I mean, I get that, man, but like who? I just think Lane Kiffin. I don't know, man. I have the stick in the mud on Lane Kiffin. I just think Lane Kiffin would make a big mistake going to any other job other than where he's at. He's had a good job. It's a good job now. He's built it up. It's less pressure. Fans love him. I think Ole Miss is above Kentucky. I wouldn't do it. I mean, do you agree with that, Will? Or do you agree with me that he should stay at Ole Miss, or you would take the LSU job?
I'll probably take the LSU job, not the Florida job.
I would agree with that, but I understand where you're coming from. I just feel like jobs like LSU, though, I mean, they're jobs where you get fired. I mean, unfortunately, there are schools like Ohio State and Alabama. Well, I mean, Alabama before Saban, I mean, they used to fire people. But there are programs where you don't get fired much because you're so good. LSU is just one of those jobs where they get fired all the time. I mean, do people remember Orgeron, Kelly now, Les
Jerry
Miles?
DiNardo?
So, yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. Lane is not going to Florida, Godfather. He's not going to Florida. See, this statement here, Ole Miss is the ceiling. Yeah, they do, but Ole Miss has upped their game. Their NIL is a lot better than it used to be. It's really good. So, yeah, they have a ceiling, but their ceiling is not as low as it used to be. It's pretty darn close to everyone else. People at Ole Miss like Lane. That's the thing. They like Lane.
Well, when he was snooping around for other jobs, they were a little upset. But
I mean, if he goes to LSU, man, he loses a game, then they're gonna turn on. I mean, Ole Miss loses to Georgia. I didn't see Ole Miss fans calling for Lane's head. Well, besides Lane Kiffin, who else then? Because obviously, I've seen people say Marcus Freeman. So besides Lane, Kiffin, you got
Marcus has a top 3 recruiting class right now. He's in that leaving, and he proved he can win the big games in the playoffs. Not leaving Notre Dame. Not happening.
So there's no one else. Like you've got nobody besides.
I think Kiffin's the. I mean, Kiffin's. They had to have someone in mind before they paid. Before they had to pay that $55 million buyout.
Penn State did too, and they didn't get their guy. They wanted Signetti.
I mean, I think Penn State also just caved to the fan pressure, and the boosters were done with them too.
I'm looking up right now because I'm sure there's already articles on this. Oh, of course. Here we go. Oh,
Summerall is going to be John Summerall is probably going to be in the article too.
CBS Sports LSU coaching candidates Lane Kiffin, Dabo Swinney among options on hot to replace Brian. Dabo Swinney is not happening.
Dabo's not happening, man.
Joe Brady.
Joe Brady might be the coach. I think Joe Brady's going to Penn State.
James Franklin's not a candidate for the LSU job. I can't even believe that they have him on there. Because the thing is, why? You would hire a coach that just got fired. And James Franklin and Brian Kelly are always compared to each other.
Mm-hmm.
So that's not happening. Sumrall, like you said, Freeman, Jimbo Fisher.
Yeah. Someone in that call-in show that I did, he said Jimbo Fisher.
Yeah, and you know who they also have on the list? Saban. Wow, he's going to go back to his former school. Yeah, okay. Sure.
It's going to be Lane at LSU.
Dude, I want you to be wrong, Will. I do, because I like Lane better at Ole Miss.
Yeah.
I just think he fits there, man. Again, hey, he's got to do what he's got to do. Y'all have teamed up against me, because obviously when I was saying no Lane to Florida, everyone was like mostly in agreement with that. But now with the LSU job open, the chat is disagreeing with me. Everyone's disagreeing with me, and that's fine. That's okay. I understand LSU's just that great of a job. It's just that great of a job. It's so great that Lane would be completely foolish not to go. That's fine.
I mean, Jeffrey.
But I'm telling you right now, if that guy goes to LSU, he is gonna get fired. Probably.
I mean, Jeffrey, Coach O won a national championship and Les Miles won a national championship, and they both just aren't good college football.
Yeah, coaches. But the thing is, what happened right after that, though?
I mean, Les kept it going a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. You remember Ed O, though? That guy got fired, immediately.
Ed O's not a good Ed O State. I mean, you saw what Ed O did at Ole Miss, man. He sucked.
I don't know, man. I wouldn't do it. He can win a championship at LSU. I do that, but then 2 years later, they'll fire him. I mean, I understand again that you get fired, you get a lot of money. It's great. It's great to get fired. Again, Will, become a coach, make $50 million, get fired. Then you get more bets with Will and you make more bets with Caden. 500 would be nothing then, right? I mean, I understand where you're coming from. All I'm saying is I wouldn't do it if I'm Lane Kiffin. Because to me, after what he endured with the tarmac, it would just be stupid to do it again. It really would. I mean, again, it's my opinion. My opinion is different than other people. Everyone has an opinion. That's fair. I understand, where you guys are coming from. And I don't even disagree with you, Will. I do not. But I just wouldn't do it. I think LSU needs to be for that job needs to be for a coach that has never tasted that. A coach that is eager and hungry. Like Cignetti had never tasted the big time in his career as a head coach. And he took a job, even though IU was not considered a big job until now. But he got his chance, and look what he's done. But I mean, Lane Kiffin's already been at the proverbial close to the mountaintop type of program. Tennessee, USC. He's already there. He's already been there. And he's at a program that's pretty darn good right now. You know what I'm saying? It could be a good fit. It could be a good fit. It doesn't mean that it is. He has a good fit now. I would, you know what? Of all the coaches in college football besides Cignetti and Saban, I'd love to talk to them first. Lane's third, right? I would like to talk to Lane Kiffin right now, but right behind Cignetti and Nick Saban. I would like to talk to Lane Kiffin and ask him why he would consider the LSU job. And if any of the answers in his response have to do with money, then that's just dumb. He's making great money already. If it's because he wants
to win a championship,
then that's fine. That's fine. But the thing is that he's at a program that's pretty darn close. That it's not like that they're that far away. I mean, maybe
BB, I'm sorry, he's not going to Florida, BB, and I'm sorry.
Maybe they should be able to the Ole Miss boosters and donors should be able to convince. He should be able to convince them to give him more resources to be able to win a championship at Ole Miss. Because they're not that far away. I don't know. Again, I'm not getting anywhere, so I'm just gonna move on from this because I'm not gonna win this argument, and that's fair. That's fine. I understand where they're coming from, but I just think it's sad that people feel this way, though. I think it's sad because Lane Kiffin's gonna make a really big mistake to go to LSU. Yeah, he might get his title, great, but you know what's gonna happen 2 years later? He's gonna suck crap again, and his legacy is gonna be nothing. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Because to me, legacy matters, right? You should want your legacy to be okay. I mean, like I said, making money is great. He's already loaded. But if your legacy's tarnished, that's why I'm saying Bill Belichick, man, that dude should have retired. Why did after Brady left did he keep coaching? He's ruined everything. Nobody known as the guy. He's the Hall of Fame coach that was dog crap. He's the guy that can't even win 40% of his games without a certain quarterback. Brian Kelly has no legacy, but I'm talking about Lane. Again, I don't agree. Don't agree with the move. It's probably going to happen since all you guys saying it's going to happen. But I would love to talk to Lane and try to convince him not to go. I don't care. It's not. I don't know Lane. I don't know him personally, but I just think he'd be making a big mistake. I don't know. He doesn't go 9-4 every year at Ole Miss, by the way. Yeah, better than winning a title at a program that doesn't even care if you do. That's the thing. LSU fans are so freaking crap sometimes that it's like, okay, yeah, we win a national championship, but then 2 years later we fire our coach because we hate them. I mean, again, getting fired is good because you're getting $50 million a year, or not a year. You're getting $50 million buyout that is going over a set of years. That's great, but I don't know. Well, I mean, again, Steven, using that logic, then Indiana shouldn't have kept Signetti. He's 64, Lane's 50. Whatever. What do you think, Will? I mean, what do you think about LSU as a job? You think it's just that great?
I think it's easy to win. I mean, I said Les Miles and Ed Orgeron won championships there. I think it's pretty easy to win. I mean, I think Lane. There's a 60% chance Lane Kiffin wins a national championship at LSU.
Okay, so what you're trying to tell me then, therefore, that Brian Kelly is like the absolute pit of coaching.
Yes, I mean, it's embarrassing that Brian Kelly failed this hard at LSU.
How did he do better at Notre Dame than at LSU?
Because the competition wasn't. He didn't have to play SEC teams every year at Notre Dame. You got to play like the Syracuses and the Boston Colleges.
But how the heck did Les Miles and Ed O do? Well, Ed O had an insane staff and, staff and players that year. But I mean, using that logic, then they shouldn't have won either because of the fact that they have a tough schedule. Is it because the SEC's tougher now? From all I've heard, the SEC's not as good anymore. They're horrible now, which I disagree with. But
I'm not sad. Did you watch the beginning of? Just go back to the beginning of the stream, BB.
My head is feeling so many reactions right now. I don't even, man. Like and share the live. Agreed, Stephen Cherry. Appreciate that. Hope everyone will like and share the stream. Subscribe if you haven't already. Appreciate the support. You guys are awesome. I'm not frustrated with you guys at all either. I don't want anybody feeling that way. I'm not mad at nobody. I just feel very strongly about this thing. I feel very strongly about Lane Kiffin staying at Ole Miss.
I mean, yeah, I know how that Joe Brady offense that was just cooking and no one could stop it.
Sark to LSU, says Scotty.
Sark might be on the hot seat next year, Jeffrey. We might be seeing Steve Sarkisian getting fired next year the way things are going.
Isn't this so fun? Will, isn't this fun? Sark's gonna get Brent Venables gonna get fired. DeBoer's gonna get fired. Signetti's gonna get fired in Indiana. Oh my god! It is so much fun, Will. We're having fun right now. It's so much fun. Sark is gone. Oh my gosh, man! I might end up at Sam Houston. The college football world is broken.
It's the instant gratification, man. The instant gratification.
Yeah, people, man, they get on a high on this stuff. wow, the neurons are exploding from all these coaches getting fired. Oh man. I just remember when I was a kid, man, it took a long time for coaches to get fired.
Yeah.
You could be bad for years. Mm-hmm. Yeah, like being in 2028, Indiana goes 4-8, Sig will get fired. I mean, again, it's like Collar Stallions to LSU. I mean, well, again, college, you can't take this crap seriously at this point. This is just drama land. That's why I'm saying, Lane, avoid the drama. Stay at Ole Miss. I'm trying to help you, man. I don't even know the guy I'm trying to help you out. Like, literally, do not feed into the drama. That's all this is. This is just drama. You know, as much as, you know, I talk crap about The Bachelorette and the Love Island and other kind of crap out there that people watch for some ungodly reason, college football is getting pretty close to that. Just with a little bit more hitting and stuff. You know, which you're trying to take that away. Can't hit anymore. Roughing the passer when the quarterback's got the ball in his hand somehow. Yeah, I mean, that's great. But, I mean, like, this is just a drama fest. I mean, these teams are hiring these coaches, giving them $80, $90, $100 million contracts just to fire them 3 to 4 years later. Oh, Bean. That's got to be what it is. That's got to be what it is. Man, if Lane goes to LSU, Bama's toast. Oh, no. Yeah. Man. Yeah. Let me ask you, Bean, since you're a Florida fan, who do you want at Florida besides Lane? Because if you say Lane,
that's a good. Yeah, I want to know this answer.
For real, like I'm intrigued. Like besides Lane, Jason, these pesky games are becoming annoying. Oh. Let's just get to the transfer portal and the coaching hot stuff. I don't even care about it anymore. It don't matter that Ohio State beat Wisconsin by 50 points. It don't matter that IU beat UCLA. See, he's got nobody. It's just Lane. Lane's the man of the hour, man. He's got choices. He's the only coach out there with choices. Will he can go to Florida, he LSU, or stay at Ole Miss. Yeah, he's got it made. He's got 3, like as some people would say, attractive women to choose from. He's got to pick one, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like that's what Lane's got right now. Does anybody else have that? I don't think so. I mean, people are gonna say James Franklin has any job of choice. James Franklin is not going to get offered the LSU job. Right now, Lane Kiffin can do whatever he wants. Lane is not going to Penn State. He's not going to Penn State. This is chaos, Will. I can't even cut this show into segments because we've talked about like 85 different people in like 40 minutes. I hope Florida hires Chris Ash. I didn't think we were going to talk about Chris Ash tonight. Chris Ash. Of course you would, Jason. You're a Florida State fan. You would be guaranteed to win. Oh, my gosh. I remember when Tom Allen, Indiana, held Chris Ash Rutgers to -1 yard in the entire game. The whole game. Rutgers had -1 yards in the entire game to Tom Allen, Indiana. So, yeah, you would be guaranteed to win, Jason, at Florida State against Florida every year if they had Chris.
Honey Badger might actually be part of the coaching staff because he's that big of a legend there. That would be funny.
Oh, my goodness, man. Oh, boy. Thomas says Lane might be really good at Penn State. I think this show should be renamed the Lane Kiffin freaking Jeopardy, whatever the frick show. Something. I mean, it's like, oh boy. So I'm guessing we're ruling out James Franklin to Virginia Tech then?
No, we aren't.
Well, I'm just saying because now that all these other attractive jobs are open, James Franklin, why would he go to Virginia Tech? I mean, to me, that makes the most sense. Why would Manny Diaz go to UCLA? UCLA sucks. Oh, it's Los Angeles.
He's an East Coast guy.
What were you saying?
He's an East Coast guy. I don't think he would go to UCLA.
Well, I'm guessing because the ACC has Pacific Coast teams now. Anything's possible, I guess. But I mean, I thought Prince Charming was the guy, man. I mean, Indiana broke the will. Remember UCLA was going to win the Big Ten. You remember that? UCLA was going to win the Big Ten, and then Indiana broke their will to live. UCLA's history. Dave Aranda.
I agree, Scotty. I agree.
That Dave Aranda to UCLA?
Yeah. Because he's a West Coast guy.
My thing is that with that, why would you hire a coach that just got fired? I understand that teams do it all the time, but I mean, you're hiring someone in the hopes that you're not going to have to fire them, and you're hiring someone that just got fired.
I mean, I don't know if many coaches that would want to go to UCLA, just the way that athletic department's being ran. So
dude, UCLA's bad, dude.
Yeah.
Like Nico going there, I mean, they threw millions of dollars to one guy. You're not going to win football games, dude, with a quarterback. Yeah. You need a team. that's like a college basketball team hiring. Well, frankly, they are hiring players at this point, right?
Mm-hmm.
But getting a point guard for millions and not having a center, it just isn't going to work. Dan Mullen to UCLA. I mean, that's actually possible.
Maybe, but I mean, Mullen's also been on that. Virginia Tech fans, Mullen's also been on the list for them. So I'd rather go to Virginia Tech than UCLA.
Stephen Cherry says Cignetti will lose some of his staff. Well, I hope not, because Indiana's success, as much as Cignetti's the reason, because obviously he hired the staff many years ago when he was at James Madison and before that. If they lose staff, they're not going to be as good. Brian Haynes is an incredible defensive coordinator. I mean, has Clemson been as good since they lost Brent Venables?
And Tony Elliott.
Yeah. So, yeah, maybe coordinators do play a role in the coach's success. So, yeah, if Indiana loses Bryant Haynes and Mike Shanahan, they're not going to be as good, which sucks. And then people are going to be like, Cignetti sucks. Well, Cignetti doesn't suck. It's just the fact that maybe the coordinators he has are probably top 3 to 5 coordinators in the nation. And then whoever he replaces them with will be top 25-ish, and they're not going to be as good and cutting edge. Like, Bryant Haynes is incredible. He's going to get a head coaching job eventually. Or a bigger DC job, which honestly I don't really know what other DC job he could get because he's making like top 3 money. Again, it's sad. I hope IU keeps the staff for a long time. But yeah, they probably won't, Steven. And I'm sure football fans will be thrilled by that. They'll be thrilled that Cignetti will lose his staff, so then he'll suck again. Or IU will suck. Well, Cignetti's never sucked before, so he'll suck for the first time, and Indiana will go back to sucking. And Bean's prediction of Cignetti getting fired in 2028 can come true. So, I'm sure that would make college football fans very happy for that to occur. And it's probably going to happen. I mean, Ohio State lost Jim Knowles, and that worked out. So, cool. And freaking Penn State lost Tom Allen, and I thought that was going to work out, but that didn't work out because Ohio State Penn State rather still stinks. And Clemson, I don't freaking know, man. It's great. Yeah, and so did Alabama. But see, Alabama, all their coaches that they hired were good, pretty much under Saban. And I'm sure Ohio State replaces coordinators very well too. I don't know if Indiana would do that. Maybe Cignetti would know how to hire people, but he really hasn't had to hire people. He's had the same staff for a decade. I don't know. So Marcus Freeman's off the table, right, Will?
Mm-hmm.
For any job. He's good.
Buckeye Mike, what's up, Buckeye Mike?
Such a random occurrence there. Appreciate you for stopping by, Buckeye Mike. But yeah, Ohio State, I don't think Ohio State is in the conversation for Brian Kelly getting fired, but you never know. There could be some avenue where Ohio State is involved in some of these coaching searches. You never know. But I have no idea. So, how many more jobs do you think will open up before the end of the year? I definitely think Florida State, Auburn, and Wisconsin are the three that are just obvious.
Maybe Michigan State.
Yeah, I still don't know though. With that, but maybe. I mean, the thing is, man, is that with Michigan State, it's like he put his bags in Childs, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's because Childs, he was at Oregon State. He's never panned. He's just not that good. But I mean, he could get someone else that's better. I don't know, man. Didn't it take Jonathan Smith some time to make Oregon State decent? It took time, right?
It took him. This page would load. I mean, yeah, but you're right. But also, the portal wasn't a thing back then either. But
yeah, I mean that's fair. I don't know.
They didn't show improvement until year 4, so
I just think that he needs to be given a bit more time, a little bit. But again, there's no time being given anymore because college football has changed. So he probably might be gone. Yeah, I mean, people are mentioning Baylor could be open again with Aranda. That is possible. Colorado because of Prime. I was more referencing coaches getting fired, though. Prime's not going to get fired. Okay? Coach Prime would step down. Which I know is ultimately, you could say the same thing. But you remember how Mike Woodson got fired, but Mike Woodson stepped down? Yeah. Fired, dude. But it was down because they didn't want to make it look bad because he's the IU legend and all that, right? So, again, when it comes to Prime, Coach Prime is not going to get fired, even though, yeah, the job very actually well could come open. When it comes to Fickle is going to get fired. I mean, they got no attachment to that dude. They want him out. Honestly, out of those three, I mean, would you say that, because someone said, Bean said it, of those, which one opens first? Do you think that Florida State or Wisconsin is more likely to open first? Because I think those are the two most likely.
Florida State, because they care about football more.
That's actually a sad indictment on Wisconsin.
I mean, I've read stuff on Twitter, like the Wisconsin Wisconsin Board of Regents, like they don't care about football. It's sad, but
yeah, I don't know, man. That makes Wisconsin look terrible. I mean, obviously they can root for Green Bay.
And I mean, they're Barry Alvarez, who basically runs the football program. He calls the fans spoiled for being angry.
Oh, excuse you, Barry Alvarez. I mean, you're the one that built that spoiled fan. Dude.
And now they're like trending back to where they were before he got there. So
I mean, that's hilarious right there. I mean, like, I don't blame him for saying that because it's true, but at the same time, dude, like, you're responsible there. Mm-hmm. Man, that's funny. I mean, honestly, when it comes to, yeah, Jonathan Smith maybe should get more time at Michigan State. Fickle, to me, I don't think there's any shot in the world that Luke Fickle can make Wisconsin good, especially with current Wisconsin in this day and age where they're at, where they're stuck between trying to maintain their run style of offense versus the pass, versus they've got no NIL support. Fickle doesn't have a prayer. Mm-hmm. He's got no shot because how is he going to be able to turn it around when there's no support? The fans hate him. And that he hasn't even been able to decipher between keeping Wisconsin, the old school Wisconsin, versus new age Wisconsin, where they were trying to open it up. You know, I have no idea, man. I think Fickle's cooked. I think he's done. But you could be right on Norvell getting fired first because of them carrying more. I mean, I'm a bit shocked he hasn't been fired already. But again, 2 years ago, what was he? 15-0. So 14-0, whatever. It would be the same thing as Ed O. But the thing is, man, is that Florida State's not getting anywhere either. Ha. Yeah, that's such a great job. Wisconsin's freaking amazing. Wisconsin's a better job than Penn State. That's a good one, Jason. Oh, I mean, Michael Vick of Virginia Tech.
He is the coach at Norfolk State, but I don't think they would.
Are they winning games?
All right. They're 1-7. No, they aren't.
Yeah, Virginia Tech should hire Michael Vick. Yeah. Yeah. If Wisconsin fired Fickle, maybe they go after James Franklin. I love how James Franklin's a candidate for every job somehow. Florida, LSU, Virginia Tech, Wisconsin. Oh, yeah, Oklahoma State probably too. People throw him out. Dude, I mean, I don't know, man. Ugh. The Bama win might save Norvell until the end. I mean, what if they go 3-9? I mean, if they go 3-9, well, I mean, you're saying until the end of the season. I mean, if they keep losing before they get to, if they're like 3-7, he's probably done. I mean, they got to win something.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, honestly, I thought he was going to get fired after the Stanford game.
Yeah.
I mean, do you agree with all these coaches getting fired like this? Do you agree with it? I mean, do you think it's right, or do you think that what is I mean, like to Bean's point, I mean, economics.
Yeah.
I mean, demand. This is getting out of hand. I mean,
it
is. Like you need to have where 3 or 4 coaches every year get fired.
No, but I don't agree. I think James Franklin is not as bad as Norvell and Aranda.
I mean, I think James Frank. Oh, James
Right.
is a top 10 to 12 coach, probably.
Mm-hmm. I think that's a good spot to end it.
Well, I don't think we accomplished anything on the show. I mean, essentially, this was just an hour of me going off about Lane and you telling everybody Brian Kelly stinks, which I think most. But again, mine's, Oh my goodness!
Well, yeah, not all these coaches probably should have been fired, but
no, they shouldn't have.
Yeah.
They should
but
not.
Kelly, I do think should have been fired because there's definitely people that could do a better job than him at LSU. But James Franklin, on the other hand, maybe not.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, Brent Pry getting fired is fine because.
Yeah.
The stream shocked the heck out of me. I was April Fool's. Yeah, it's not Bean. It's real. College football is wacky. Biggest takeaway from the show, not every one of these coaches should have been fired. There's a big power vacuum now. Someone's got to fill all these jobs. A lot of these schools are going to hire worse coaches than they got rid of, so good for them. Signetti's not going anywhere. Freeman's not going anywhere. DeBoer's not going anywhere. And we'll find out what happens. And we will talk. We will be. I'll be back. Both of us will be back, I'm sure, in the future this season when big coaches are announced. Heck, like if I'm available and Brian Kelly or James Franklin or whoever gets another job or some of these coaches, some of these jobs get filled, I might do emergency live streams on some of them if it, big jobs and say, breaking news, this guy got – it depends on my schedule. But I would love to talk about these jobs because there's a lot to say that we didn't even say tonight. College football is crazy, but – I appreciate everybody for being here. Like the stream down below, either on Will's channel or mine or both, hopefully. Subscribe to each channel if you haven't already. Definitely appreciate you guys for being here. We'll be back tomorrow for our predictions. Try to get back to the games if people still care about it. Back to the games, and we'll talk about the weekend games. Going to be very exciting to get to that. And maybe soon we'll figure out where some of these coaches go and some of these teams who they get. It's going to be crazy to talk about it, but we'll definitely be back for more very, very soon. Appreciate everybody and hope everyone has a great night.
Thanks, everyone.